Animals responded instinctively to volcanic activity. Herds panicked and stampeded, changing migration paths instantly. Falling into fissures was a constant threat during ground shifts. These cracks opened suddenly and swallowed anything in their path.
Keep moving. The smoke is too thick. I can't breathe.
Millions of years ago, Earth was a violent and unpredictable place. Volcanoes erupt.
Violent tremors often accompanied volcanic eruptions. The ground shifted abruptly, creating cracks and...
The world Korag lived in was ruled by predators and disasters.
To date, the presence of flowing lava acted as a natural barrier. Predators rarely crossed active lava fields. Volcanic lightning storms were common during major eruptions.
Early humans like Korag developed lean, powerful bodies through constant survival challenges.
Cliff edges served as natural lookout points. From such heights, early humans scanned for predators.
The plains stretched endlessly beneath Korag's feet. Open landscapes provided visibility, but also watering holes were both life sources and danger zones. All animals, prey and predator, relied on them.
Large predators often used tall grass as cover. This natural camouflage made ambush attacks highly effective. The saber tiger was one of the most feared predators of the age. Its powerful legs allowed sudden explosive attacks. The appearance of a saber tiger usually meant death for the unprepared. Korag's survival depended on speed, awareness, and...
Stone-tipped spears became early humans' primary survival tools. These weapons were handcrafted using raw...
Predatory animals tested humans' alertness regularly. A sudden growl.
The saber tiger's stalking technique relied on patience. It followed prey silently before launching a decisive attack. Korag's first response was to create distance. Maintaining space kept the predator within his line of vision. This was essential to avoid a fatal blindside attack. Natural rock formations often served as shields during predator encounters. They blocked direct lunges and gave early... Close combat with a saber tiger was extremely risky. One swipe of its claws could break bone or tear muscle.
Inside deep caverns, remnants of ancient battles were preserved. Skeletons of massive
Some caverns functioned like pits of no return. Animals fell in and were unable to climb out. Early humans avoided such areas whenever possible.
Korag's torch illuminated long-forgotten bones and stone tools. These relics suggested that
climbing out of unstable pits required strength and precision. Loose rocks and shifting walls increased the risk of falling. Any mistake could be fatal. Natural formations provided opportunities for defense. By positioning himself near solid rocks, Korag created
tuberculation. The injured saber tiger continued stalking Korag. Predators in pain often became even more aggressive.
Wounded animals relied heavily on instinct rather than strategy. Their unpredictability made them extremely dangerous opponents.
The charging force of a saber was immense. Even well-trained hunters struggled to withstand it.
The use of spears in a fixed position was a known technique. This method turned the predator's own momentum into a fatal...
Documented evidence suggests early humans often fought predators alone. Small groups existed.
The killing of a major predator was never taken lightly. It represented both survival and dominance over nature. Large prey or predators provided valuable resources. Bones became tools, and teeth were used as symbolic trophies. Every part of the animal served a purpose.
Volcanic regions offered both danger and opportunity. The fertile ground produced rich vegetation between eruptions. This attracted large herbivores.
Ash clouds could linger in the air for weeks. They reduced sunlight and impacted animal behavior.
Early humans lacked permanent shelters. They moved continuously, following weather patterns and food sources.
Korag's journey reflected the nomadic life of his time. Step by step, every sound a potential threat.
Predator encounters were among the leading causes of early human death. Large cats, giant bears, and
Stone tools were essential to early human evolution. They allowed cutting, hunting, and defense.
Primitive clothing consisted of animal hides and woven fibers.
Of hair. Physical endurance was a natural advantage for early humans. They were built for long-distance movement and
The environment determined human behavior. Climates forced them to innovate.
Tracking animals was an essential hunting skill. Footprints, broken grass, and scent trails provided.
weather patterns were unpredictable. Storms could sweep across plains rapidly. Early humans sought refuge in caves or rock shelters. Korag's abilities reflected years of adaptation. Every scar carried a lesson learned in blood and
The volcanic plains created unique hunting conditions. Warm ground temperatures attracted certain animals seeking.
Ash-covered surfaces made tracking more difficult. Footprints became unclear and often disappeared in minutes. High ground offered strategic advantages. From elevated viewpoints, early humans could observe entire ecosystems.
The instinct for survival was passed down through generations.
The saber tiger's return to the hunt, despite injury, reflected its resilience. Predators rarely abandoned.
Early humans observed animal behavior closely. Understanding predator movement patterns helped them avoid
Korag positioned himself near solid rock to stabilize his stance. Such placements
the final confrontation with the predator represented a survival test. Both hunter and hunted relied on instinct.
The use of leverage and terrain allowed early humans to counter stronger animals. By forcing the predator into confined angles, they increased their advantage.
Successful spearing techniques depended on timing. A well-placed strike could determine life or death in seconds. Momentum played a vital role in hunting tactics. Allowing the predator to charge increased the power of the...
Research suggests early humans learned by observing nature. They watched how other animals hunted and adapted similar strategies.
Once the saber tiger fell, the plains briefly returned to silence.
Large kills were opportunities for nourishment and resources. Meat provided essential protein, while
The smoke from the volcanic eruption gradually thinned. Improved visibility allowed the ecosystem to...
The landscape after eruptions often looked entirely new. Lava hardened into dark stone fields.
This environmental shift forced early humans to adapt rapidly. Changing terrain meant changing hunting routes and strategies.
Fire played a critical role in protection. It kept predators away and allowed nighttime visibility. Early humans treated fire as both a tool and a guardian. Nighttime was the most dangerous period. Predators used darkness to their advantage. Early humans rarely traveled after sunset.
predator encounters influenced early human migration patterns. Dangerous regions were
Ranges, despite its natural material. Obsidian formed
Ash deposits enriched the soil over time. This fertility led to stronger plant regrowth after eruption.
Early humans often followed seasonal patterns of animal migration. Herd movements dictated their travel routes.
Natural zinc played a major role in shaping human evolution. Only the most adaptable will survive these events.
caves served as temporary shelters against volcanic ash and predators. Their natural structure provided both sinners. Firelight inside caves revealed ancient hand markings and symbols. These primitive expressions made
The end of each day presented new challenges. The world was never truly safe. Every night brought photos. Early humans depended heavily on their senses. Enhanced hearing and smell compensated for limited. Open plains allowed early humans to spot distant dangers. However, they also revealed the human silhouette to volcanic lightning storms were common during major eruptions. Korag's ability to adapt in real time showcased advanced problem solving. Such cognitive skills were rare among other species.
The hunting of large predators was not common. Early humans focused primarily on survival rather than conquest.
The volcanic landscape created natural choke points. These narrow passages concentrated animal movement. Footwear was a later invention, so early humans moved barefoot. This increased their sensitivity to ground vibration. Long-distance travel was essential for seasonal survival. Humans often walked dozens of kilometers. The interaction between human and environment was constant. Landscape changes forced continuous adaptation.
Predatory behavior influenced human social structures. Some groups formed alliances to improve collective defense.
The volcanic plains created abundant mineral resources. Rocks for tools, fire-starting stones.
Hunting success depended on timing and patience. Rushing attacks often led to injuries or failure. The use of fire allowed humans to cook meat. This increased nutrient absorption and improved health.
Night fires also protected campsites from predators. Most large animals avoided open flame.
Korag's survival represented the triumph of adaptation over brute strength. His actions reflected the early stages of human dominance over nature.
As the sun rose over the reborn plains, life began to stabilize again.
Each day for early humans was a test of endurance, intelligence, and instinct. Their survival in such a